Welcome to Milwaukee Area Technical College's 2020 Winter Commencement. I am Dr. Vicki J. Martin, the proud president of MATC. Candidates for graduation, we are excited to celebrate your success. You are the reason we are gathered here. While we cannot gather together in person, your success is worthy of the same, if not greater, celebration given these extraordinary times. Commencement is the start of a new chapter in your lives and the lives of those candidates who cannot be with us. You are prepared to enter the workforce. You are ready to continue your education. For many of you, the next step includes both a rewarding, family-supporting career and further education. You are here because you made a commitment to better yourself, and you have done just that. Thanks to encouragement from family and friends, and exceptional education, training, and support from our faculty, staff, and administrators. We are honored that we will soon call you graduates and alumni. In accordance with custom and tradition, I hereby declare the Winter 2020 commencement for Milwaukee Area Technical College open. This graduating class includes more than 800 associate degree, technical diploma, apprenticeship, and adult high school diploma candidates. We are also recognizing 90 candidates for graduation who have served our country in the U.S. military. These veterans are recognized with a red, white, and blue cord. Thank you all for serving our country. We are proud to have each of you with us and owe you our sincere gratitude. At our commencement ceremonies, we hear from a student who can impart the wisdom that only a peer can provide to fellow students. This winter, that student is Tammy Jo Scholler. She is a President's List Honor Student, a member of Phi Theta Kappa Honor Society, and the National Technical Honors Program. She is also the first president of MATC's Black, Indigenous, and People of Color, or BIPOC Allies student organization. I'm proud to say that Ms. Scholler came to us thanks in part to our groundbreaking MATC Promise for Adults. And I am confident that her story will inspire you. Tammy?
Good evening, administrators, instructors, fellow graduates, family, and friends. I'm Tammy Jo Scholler, graduating from MATC's Human Services Associate Program. Tonight I'd like to speak with you all about purpose, passion, and gratitude. In June of 2018, I read a social media post shared about the MATC Adult Promise Program. The post asked several questions to see if you qualified. For those of you that aren't aware, the program offers assistance financially and academically to complete your degree or certification. I met all of those qualifications, but still, so many different questions ran through my head. What was my purpose now that my daughter was an adult? What was my passion? I filled out the interest form, and all I could do was to wait and be contacted. Within a few days, I received a phone call, and from that point forward, my life has taken on a new purpose and passion that I'm so grateful for. I was asked to come to meet with an advisor to begin the process of scheduling classes. I was so nervous and anxious, but really excited to take the much-needed step towards reaching my goals. As I mentioned, I was a single mother. Taking care of my daughter was always my first priority. When I made the decision to enroll at MATC, Maddie was 19 years old. I decided this was my time to focus on myself and my future. I was also excited to be a college student during the same time as my daughter was. My first semester was great. My instructors were so kind and experienced. They gave me the confidence needed to know my decision was the right fit. The ongoing support from everyone really gave me the much needed push to go above and beyond. As my semesters continued, I opened up more to my peers and really shared who I was with those in my classes. Taking most of my classes in the evening, I never really experienced the student life, but the more familiar I became, the more willing I was to interact and become part of the MATC community. In February of this year, I was asked to contribute to an article being written by the MATC Times. The article was a feature during Black History Month discussing the racial climate at the downtown Milwaukee campus. I was honored to be asked to contribute and did so without hesitation. I was asked questions about campus safety, interaction with peers of other races and ethnicities, and if my experiences were positive. I realize now that it was the event that changed my purpose to passion. One of my responses went something like this: I am not ashamed to be a white woman in a city or school full of diversity. However, I can now see a person should not have to receive less opportunity, education, or respect because they were born BIPOC, Black, Indigenous, or a person of color. The interview changed me. I see that we all need to respect and be respectful of differences. We need to embrace who people are and find the value in everyone. I'm unsure if the article was published because soon after, COVID changed the path of everything. Being off campus was difficult. The process changed, and I feared that my path was going to be stopped abruptly or canceled altogether. While being home in quarantine, my focus was to support my husband and my daughter, whose senior year was crashing down before her eyes. Being home, trying to focus and have patience with online learning, I was approached by advisor Kyle Hayden and vetted for the position of president for the BIPOC Allies student organization at our downtown Milwaukee campus. Being part of this groundbreaking organization and one of the first of its kind on any campus was so important to me. It's really driving my passion for policy change, systemic change, and equality. Working with other student organizations like Black Student Union, Latino Student Union, Asian Student Union, and our LGBTQ organizations, we are breaking down barriers and advocating for equality. Laying the foundations for an organization committed to assisting other organizations is an honor. Today I can say that while filling out those questions 2 years ago, the thought never crossed my mind that I'd be standing before you at the end of 2020 in the middle of a world epidemic with a degree and resiliency I never knew I had. Yet here I am with each of you. I will conclude by saying my purpose is clear. I know that I am the daughter of Rich and Susie and the mother of Madison Rose, the wife of Scott and Killian's bonus mom. But my passion is to make changes so people don't have to be afraid of who they are. I will continue to learn and challenge myself to be better than I was yesterday. After graduation, I'll be interning at the governor's office in Milwaukee. I'm also hoping to take a position with the Department of Corrections as a strength-based parole probation officer, as well as working with others in the community as a Wisconsin parent peer specialist. I'd also like to share that tonight is very special. Because of the COVID epidemic, I share this day of graduation with all of you and my daughter, Madison Rose Schaller. She was supposed to graduate in May with a Bachelor of Fine Arts of Photography from the Minneapolis College of Art and Design, but instead is graduating with us tonight. Thank you for sharing this journey. I'm so proud to be speaking to a dynamic group of resilient peers. We all have the ability to follow our purpose during such an amazing time of change. We all have the passion to reach goals that may not have been possible until now. We are the class of 2020 MATC.
Thank you, Ms. Scholler, for sharing your story and for reminding us of the importance of purpose. Candidates, we are grateful to have a keynote speaker who will share her life experiences and advice at this important milestone on the journey of your lives. A native of Chicago, the daughter of Mexican immigrant parents, and a first-generation college graduate, Raquel Filmanowicz recently served as the CEO of the 2020 DNC Host Committee, the nonpartisan organization responsible for organizing the civic activities of the convention. She led the organization in navigating pandemic response as plans shifted quickly from an in-person to a virtual event. She took a leave from BMO Harris Bank to lead the host committee. At BMO, she works to create an effective network for attracting business banking clients. Prior to serving on the DNC, she was the director for community giving for BMO. Before her work there, she served as the Health Operations Administrator for the City of Milwaukee Health Department. She holds a Bachelor of Science in Business Management from Cardinal Stritch University and a certificate in Corporate Community Involvement from Boston College. She also serves on the board of the Children's Hospital Foundation, the United Community Center, and is the past board chair of Hispanic Professionals of Greater Milwaukee. It is now my pleasure to welcome Raquel Filmanowicz.
Hello, MATC graduating class of 2020. It is an absolute honor and privilege to be here with you and share in your special day. My name is Raquel Filmanowicz, and today I am the Director of Economic Equity Advisors for BMO Harris Bank. But most recently, I served as the CEO of the 2020 Democratic National Convention Host Committee, where with the help of dozens of amazing partners, we successfully executed the first entirely virtual convention this summer. When I was asked to be your commencement speaker today, I will admit I immediately froze up, and my instinct was to say no. Not me. Why me? I don't have anything interesting to share. But as I reflected more on it and learned that 90% of students are part-time, more than half of you are students of color with an average age of 29, I realized, wow, that was me back in 2003. At the time, I was working full-time, attending college part-time, with a young daughter, and was pregnant with my second child. Let me tell you, the struggle was real. And most nights I would come home from class hungry, exhausted, and just cried because it was all too hard. The courses were hard, there was so much homework and group work, I just wanted to give up so many times. But my family kept urging me on, giving me the pep talks at the perfect moment that I needed to hear them. I kept putting one foot in front of the other, much like I know you have during your time at MATC. Our stories resemble each other in one way or another. You are holding down jobs, raising families, caring for your elders, and on top of that, you did it during the most difficult and unprecedented time of our lives, a pandemic, social unrest, and an election. I recall one of the most difficult days as the CEO of the host committee. A special quote from Franklin Roosevelt was shared with me that said, "A smooth sea never made a skilled sailor." We have been in rough seas for a long time, and we wonder when it will end, but we must stay the course until things get back to normal for everyone. But today, you are triumphant, and it is a day to celebrate you. You did it. I'm so proud of each and every one of you. Thank you for believing in yourself and believing in your future. I also want to take this moment to thank the friends and family who are with you today, as well as the faculty and staff at MATC who personally impacted your journey. Thank you for encouraging and pushing your graduate to cross this finish line. As you head off into the world with your nursing, business management, dental hygiene, human service, or other degree, or perhaps you're transferring to a four-year school, I have no doubt that your life at MATC experience will give you an edge. Why? Because you have worked harder than most to reach this amazing and important milestone. You understand struggle, adversity, and life changes, and for that, it has helped you develop character, empathy, and hopefulness. One of my favorite MATC stats I learned is that 87% of MATC graduates work in the greater Milwaukee area. This means that you are not obtaining your degree and bolting from our state, but rather you are staying here in our community to help strengthen and improve our city. Now more than ever do we need the next generation of leadership to help shape Milwaukee and to be a beacon of hope for our children and our children's children. I leave you with 3 pieces of advice that I've collected and hold close to my heart from my mentors. 1, never forget where you came from. I am the daughter of Raymond and Maria Madrid, a humble, hardworking couple originally from Mexico who sacrificed so much for my sister and me to have an education and better life than they had. 2, be kind to others and do good things in this world. We need kindness in this world more than ever. Please, let's all do our part. And 3, you may not look like others around the table, but just know that you belong. I have had countless meetings where I'm the only one, the only woman, or Latina, and when the butterflies in my stomach start forming, I think about this piece of advice. When you find yourself in a similar situation, take a deep breath and hold your head high, and always remember, you belong. Your talents, skills, and passions are needed. You are ready to contribute as a professional and advance in your careers. You belong. In closing, I would like to commend the faculty, staff, administration, volunteers, and district board of MATC for your unwavering commitment to education and helping to improve our community one student at a time. Once again, congratulations to the 2020 class of Milwaukee Area Technical College. I wish you the best of luck.
Thank you, Raquel. We're grateful for your inspirational comments as we celebrate. I'm Dr. Mohammed Dakwar, Vice President of Learning. Along with Dr. Lisa Conley, an METC faculty member and the President of AFT Local 212, it gives me a great honor to congratulate all of our candidates for graduation.
Thank you for the introduction, Dr. Dakwar. On behalf of the faculty and staff of the Milwaukee Area Technical College, we are pleased to call forward MATC's Pathway Deans who will present their candidates.
Then the moment we're all excited to see, you will see our associate degree, technical diploma, apprenticeship, and adult high school candidates for graduation. Finally, and most importantly, President Vicky Martin will confer their degrees.
Hello, I am Carl Meredith, the Dean of the Business and Management Academic and Career Pathway. On behalf of the faculty and staff, I am pleased to present the candidates for the degree of Associate in Applied Science and Technical Diploma. These candidates have met all of the requirements and are entitled to receive their degrees and diplomas.
I'm Brian Stout, Dean of the Community and Human Services Academic and Career Pathway. On behalf of the faculty and staff, I'm pleased to present the candidates for the degree of Associate in Applied Science, Technical Diploma, and Apprenticeship Diploma. These candidates have met all the requirements and are entitled to receive their degrees and diplomas.
I'm Dr. Brian Carlson, Dean of the Creative Arts Design and Media Academic and Career Pathway. On behalf of the faculty and staff, I am pleased to present the candidates for the degree of Associate in Applied Science and Technical Diploma. These candidates have met all the requirements and are entitled to receive their degrees and diplomas.
I am Dr. Sadiq Isahaku, Dean of the General Education Academic and Career Pathway. On behalf of the faculty and staff, I am pleased to present the candidates for the degree of Associate of Arts, degree of Associate of Science, degree of Associate in Applied Science, Technical Diploma, and Adult High School Diploma. These candidates have met all requirements and are entitled to receive their degrees and diplomas. Thank you.
I am Dr. Kelly Dries, the Dean of the Healthcare and Academic Career Pathway. On behalf of the faculty and staff, I am pleased to present the candidates for the degree of Associate in Applied Science and Technical Diploma. These candidates have met all of the requirements and are entitled to their degrees and diplomas.
I am Becky Alsop, Dean of the Manufacturing, Construction, and Transportation Academic and Career Pathway. On behalf of the faculty and staff, I am pleased and proud to present the candidates for the degree of Associate in Applied Science and Technical Diploma. These candidates have met all the requirements and are entitled to receive their degrees and diplomas.
Hello, I am Dr. Kamala Goodwin, Dean of the STEM Academic and Career Pathway. On behalf of the faculty and staff, I am pleased to present the candidates for the degrees of Associate and Applied Science and Technical Diploma. These candidates have met all the requirements and are entitled to receive their degrees and diplomas.
I'm happy for finishing class 2020. Yay!
I dedicate all my hard work to my family. I love you guys so much. This is for you.
I thank my family and friends for supporting me while I earned this degree. I also want to say congratulations to the class of 2020. We did it!
I would like to thank God, my husband, children, and family throughout this journey. Thank you for your support. Go class of 2020, we made it.
MATC class of 2020 here. Congratulations!
Congratulations, class of 2020. We're here and we finally did it. Thank you so much to my family and friends for your love and support through the way as well. Go Stormers!
I'd like to thank my boyfriend, Dr. Joseph Byram, and my dog, Betty White.
Hi, this is Rosemary Rice. I'm a student in the event management program, graduating from MATC. Thank you.
Congratulations to my fellow MATC graduates that are graduating this year in 2020, and stick with it if you're a current student.
Thank you, family and friends, for all of you guys' support. I love you all. Go class of 2020, we did it.
been a long time coming, but I'm proud to say that I've got my degree. Shout out to my mom and dad and Joe.
Twenty 20's been an interesting journey. It's not easy times. As always, be safe and be kind to one another. Thank you.
Thank you to my family, thank you to my professors, and thank you to the deans. We did it.
I'm so excited to be part of class of 2020. I would like to thank God. I would like to thank my family. And most importantly, I would like to thank my brother. This one's for you.
Hey, I just want to thank MATC, my entire family, and especially my Nana for all the support. The future is bright.
First of all, I want to thank God, my family, my mother, my father, my sister, my brothers, my children, my fiance.
Mom, my dad, my sisters, my baby Zion, Grandma, thank you so much for all the love and support. Class of 2020, we did it.
Hey, big shout out to my family and especially to my mom. Love you guys. Thank you for helping me graduate.
And again, thanks everyone for joining me. Today is a special moment. It's my 2020 graduation. God bless.
Thanks to my support system, class of 2020, I did it. This is for you, Ariana. Mommy love you.
Yes, I did. Congratulations to myself. I'm ready for 2021. This journey has been long, but yes, I finally made it. Here we go, 2021.
I want to thank my family. I want to thank Ashley, Alexis, and Lauren for all the support that you gave me. Thank you.
I just want to take a moment to thank my wonderful parents, boyfriend, and other friends and family for all their love and support, as well as all of my instructors. This would not have been possible without you, and I'm forever grateful. Thank you.
Congratulations, class of 2020. If I can do it, anybody can do it. Yay!
The Lord for giving me the grace to achieve my dream. Also, I thank my family, most especially my husband and my kids, for their tremendous support. Fellow class of 2020, congratulations, we did it.
I'm so proud to be graduating from MATC class of 2020. I would like to thank my family for the love and the support.
I'm so excited to be class of 2020. I wanted to thank all my family for all the support in order to accomplish my goal of completing my associate's degree. And I just wanted to say that we did it.
Yeah, we did it!
Graduation, and again, thanks everyone for joining in. Today is a special moment. It's my 2020 graduation. God bless.
I'd like to thank God for helping me graduate with honors, and I thank everybody else in my life who's been supportive up until this point.
To our finish line. And with that being said, success is where opportunity meets preparation. Prepare yourselves for your next opportunity. Thanks, Tip.
Congratulations, class of 2020. We did it. I just want to thank my family. Love you guys.
Thank you to my family and friends for all the support. Congratulations, class 2020.
I'm thankful for all of it. The highs, the lows, the blessings, the lessons, the setbacks, and the comebacks. This tassel was worth the hassle.
Some people had a story, some people had a legacy. We had a pandemic. Congratulations, class of 2020. We did it.
I did it, guys. That's right. I am a part of the 2020 class. I would like to thank the MATC staff for the wonderful journey that I received.
Thanks to my family, friends, Amon, Mariah, Raven, we did it. I love you all.
Congratulations, class of 2020. It's been one trying year, but we persevered through. To my family, I appreciate your love, your patience, and your support during this time. So thank you, and I love you. I did this for you.
Hey guys, I'm so excited. It's graduation day. We are done. We made it through this crazy year. Everybody just enjoy.
Ain't nothing to it. Boss. Ain't nothing.
Go again.
Hi, thanks everyone for supporting me.
Thank you to my family, friends, and teachers. And a special thanks to Becky Michaels for your patience and support. I love you all.
Yes, it's here. Thank you so much to my family and my friends for believing in me. Thank you, chefs at MATC, for supporting me. I'm so excited to begin this journey.
In the name of Breonna Taylor, I did it.
We made it. I'm so excited. I'm so glad to be a part of this 2020 virtual graduation class.
Thank you, MATC, for giving me the opportunity to finish my associate degree. Thank you, my husband, for supporting me. Thank you, my kids, my family here, and my family in Sudan.
I would like to thank my children for being my motivation to help create a legacy of education in my family. Go 2020.
Your girl did it. Graduate 2020. Honor and a blessing. 4 years down, graduation to go.
I just want to say I'm blessed and I'm honored to be here. I want to thank my mom and God to allow me to see this day. And I can't believe it. I'm still shocked and I'm in class of 2020.
I'm very grateful to be receiving my associate's degree in liberal arts today for all the opportunities it's going to grant me in the future, and I just wish the class of 2020 good luck. Thank you.
Hey y'all, what's up? Thanks for supporting me on this crazy journey of my education. Love you guys. Bye.
I'm so excited to be graduating from MATC with my liberal arts degree. I would like to thank my mom, my sister, my stepdad, and my friends for helping me get to this point.
Family, my daughter, and everybody that supported me through this journey to get through it in one of the hardest years ever. So congratulations, class of 2020.
I just want to give a thanks to God. I want to give a shout out to my husband and to my kids who have sacrificed so much of their time with being understanding that mommy was pursuing her degree.
Thank you to all that helped me along the way. Of course, my parents, and of course, my wife. I love you so much.
Congratulations, MATC Class of 2020. I am so proud to be a member of this graduating class.
I'm so happy to be graduating from the nursing program of 2020. Congrats, everyone. Thanks for all the love and support. Thank you.
I would like to take this time to say thank you to my husband, my kids, my friends, my family, and to my classmates. We made it. Congratulations to us.
Every accomplishment starts with a decision to try. Even in the midst of this pandemic, here I stand. Congratulations, nursing class of 2020.
I'd like to congratulate the nursing class of 2020. It's been a crazy couple of years, even with quarantine, but we did it. Let's be nurses.
I made it.
Graduation is an exciting time. It's both an ending and a new beginning. I am so happy to start my new journey as a registered nurse. Congratulations, class of 2020. We did it.
Congratulations, class of 2020. I just want to say thank you to my family for all the support, and I made it!
It's been a long journey. We're finally here. I want to say thank you to my family who has been my rock, has been so supportive. Congratulations, Nursing 2020.
Hey there. Congrats, everybody.
We did it, guys. Congratulations.
Hey, I did it. Thank you for everyone that supported me. I can't wait to see what the future holds. Congratulations, everybody.
I'll start my video off by saying congratulations to us all. Congratulations for sticking through. The fact that we're doing this virtually shows that we still got it and we still here. Congratulations to us all.
Yay, class of 2020, we did it, college graduates. Yay, I'm so excited.
Feeling proud and honored to complete my graduation from MATC with scholastic honor. Thank you very much to teachers and classmates. Special thanks to my husband and my daughter.
Thanks for family and friends for your support, your help. Special thanks to my teacher, Mr. Ramos. Best wishes to all you guys. Happy graduation day.
finally made it. Woo!
MATC and my whole entire support system, husband, children, mom, grandma, sister. Thank you, everybody. We made it.
Mama, we made it.
Class of 2020, it hasn't been an easy one, but if there's one thing we learned, it's perseverance. Shout out to my husband and my little ones. This one's for you.
Hey, 2020, 2020 is right here. But unfortunately, we're celebrating all the way right here in the hospital. Yeah, but we made it through.
Just want to take a minute and thank my family for supporting me and helping me do what I needed to do to get my degree finished. Thank you.
Thank you for all those supporting me over the years. We did it. Thank you for supporting me in getting my associate's degree. I love you guys.
I'd like to thank God, my family, my church family at Ascension Fellowship, my husband Robert for always believing in me, and to our children, this is for you.
I would like to thank the Almighty God, Jehovah, for blessing me with the abilities to be able to complete my educational task at Milwaukee Area Technical College. And I'd like to thank Milwaukee Area Technical College as well for this opportunity.
Hello, my name is Janice Hawthorne, and I'm graduating from the IT Computer Support Specialist program. I'm glad to have attended MATC and that I was able to graduate from the program with honors.
I would like to thank the Almighty God, Jehovah, for blessing me with the abilities to be able to complete my educational task at Milwaukee Area Technical College. And I'd like to thank Milwaukee Area Technical College as well for this opportunity.
Now, by the authority vested in me by the Milwaukee Area Technical College District Board of Directors, and upon the recommendation of the faculty, I confer upon each of you the appropriate degree or diploma for which you have been certified. Graduates, if you're wearing our cap and gown at home, and I know many of you are, you may now move the tassel of your caps from the right side to the left side. Congratulations to the Milwaukee Area Technical College Winter Class of 2020. To our speakers, thank you for your time and your wisdom. To our guests joining us virtually, thank you all for being here to mark this important moment in our graduates' lives. To our newest alumni, on behalf of the entire MATC family, we wish you success in the workforce and as lifelong learners. Congratulations. The Winter 2020 commencement ceremony is officially concluded. Good night.